Oh, Derek, how are you now?
Is my voice back?
Yeah, your voice is back.
Good. I just wanted to belt at that tune.
Why'd you do that?
Just to show that I could carry it. My vocal cords are all back from the last episode and nothing's messing me up.
Yeah, that really showed your range.
Didn't it?
Yeah, very well done.
What were you doing like a Canadian accent there? Like, oh, hello there, Fargo.
Yes, I was.
All right. That was
It's
was a good was a
because
good
it's because I've been watching this show Letterkenny lately, in which one of those shows I recommended to you a while back, and I've been watching it again, and I
from the little I've seen, it's funny.
it's so stupid, but every single person they'll repeat it multiple times in the same scene in an episode where it's the main character talking to whoever, an outside character. Oh, how are you now, McMurray? And then they say, not so bad. And then they say, you say no or no. They say, oh, how are you now? And they say, good, and you? Not so bad.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. It's so funny.
Where does that show take place?
It's on Hulu, but it's in Canada. It's a place called
Yeah.
Letterkenny. It's the
Oh,
home
gotcha.
of. It has 5,000 people, and these are their problems.
Got it. Got it.
Oh,
Got it.
how
Got
are
it.
you now?
Yeah. That's basically was every scene in Fargo was, oh, how you doing there? Hello, Margie.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
oh
indeed.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Welcome everybody to Just Your Opinion, man. Stephen Langford, Derek Papa. Stephen, let's not waste any time. Let's get in
Ooh,
today's big news story. It was tweeted today by Adam Schefter. Let's get right into it. Jimmy Garoppolo and his agent Don Yee have demanded a trade from the San Francisco 49ers. They are not going to report to training camp,
mm,
and he wants to be off the team immediately. Your thoughts?
mm. Oof. Did Ian Rappaport fall for that one too?
We talking about?
That's not a real tweet. That's got to be a fake tweet, right?
That didn't get you.
No, it's April Fool's Day, dude.
Damn it! Well, this holiday's ruined by Twitter. God damn it!
No, the holiday's ruined because you're talking to a sports radio host right
Yeah,
now.
I
I've been on
know. I
I
know.
got to be all up on it. It was so great because I got the notifications turned on, as you
Yeah, I
know.
know.
And
No, no, no. Notifications ruin it too. God damn it.
When David Njoku said that, I
Yes.
forgot who retweeted it first, but someone
Rap sheet.
So was it Rappaport? No, yeah, it was
No,
Rappaport who
wait a
just
minute.
quote tweeted it.
No, it was Ari, the new guy that's on the beat. Ari, whatever.
Someone retweeted the David Njoku thing where Njoku
Yes.
said, "Oh, I'm requesting a trade with my
Yes.
agent." Blah blah blah. Then Rappaport says, "Ooh, some breaking news." Dot dot dot. And shout out to Kyle Madsen, who
Yeah.
produces Willard and Dibs. Excuse me. Shout out to him because he put me on to something with Ian Rappaport. Rappaport doesn't retweet things; he quote tweets everything. And I mean, I love the work that he does, and I respect the hustle from all these guys. And I know NFL Network, I'm not trying to rip him here because I do think he does good work, but good God, the quote tweets are just way too much and way too general. It's not needed. Just retweet it, bro. Just retweet it. It's okay. But it was funny though, seeing some breaking news, dot, dot, dot. It was like 6 a.m. too. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you totally fell for that. You knew it.
Yeah. I didn't. I've. And happy April Fool's Day to everybody. This is my favorite holiday because we all could be pranksters today. And um, yeah, a lot of stupid tweets today, especially from me. I created one today and sent it to my dad and John Lund right before the show started to get them a little on edge.
Oh my
And of course,
God.
my dad was like, "Stop it! Don't send me that." And of course, he opens the show with it, thinking that it was his idea. Every year, there's a website where you can make fake tweets. The drawback of it is you can't send it like a tweet. You can only send it like a photo. So that's where people catch on quick. But
Right.
every year I've sent something like that to my dad and John Lund, and every time my dad says that it was his idea and uses it against Lund, and this is the first year where Lund's like, "Dude, Derek sent this to us like hours ago. Like you're not tricking me. I've seen it."
What? So he starts off the show like, "Hey, John, did you see the tweet I sent you?"
No, so he opened the show by saying, "Well, we do have some breaking news, of course. Jimmy Garoppolo and
Oh,
his agent
so
Don Yee." And right
okay.
before he finishes it, Lund goes, "Stop, stop, stop." And even
Wow.
Matt Mayoko comes on. Matt Mayoko comes on with them, and Lund goes, Have you heard about this fake tweet that Derek's son sent to Greg about Jimmy Garoppolo wanting a trade? And Matt goes, "Well, judging by the prankster, that's not really a prank. Anyone with two eyes can see Jimmy Garoppolo wants to be traded. This isn't a prank. This is like saying that 49ers want to win the Super Bowl."
We did get some real news that just happened, though.
Don't
Marlon
stop.
Mack. No, I'm serious. This isn't anything that's April Fool's worthy. But Marlon Mack signs with the Texans. I just got to say, Marlon Mack, weird fall from grace.
Well, he was hurt. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No,
You know, it's
no
just
tomfoolery there.
No, it's just odd to me because, I always thought Marlon Mack was a good running back. He was always the guy you were going to take in the first
that
round in
rhymed.
your fantasy. Yeah, you were going to take him in the first. Your running back, you were going to take him in the first round every year in fantasy that you could. And the injuries just hampered him. I think he's a good running back. Whatever he does, man, with the Texans, signing a 1-year deal. I hope that he goes off so that he can get a big deal elsewhere. I like Marlon Mack.
I do too. We'll see what happens there. And LeBron James tweeted out today that he's done for the season. Lies. I think he's playing tonight, and if they lose tonight, they don't make the play-in tournament. So I'm hoping they lose. But Steven,
did LeBron? I bet you. Do you think LeBron laughed when he sent that? Like,
yes.
Do you think he did that thing where he's like, "I'm gonna get all these people"? Like,
yeah, no,
crowd in a peace sign. I'm LeBron James. I'm hilarious. I'm funny.
Did he laugh and also do like the Taco Tuesday, like laugh with it, like
Yes,
that hasn't aged well.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, God, yeah, exactly. Real quick, Steven, do you enjoy this day? Do you like to be pranked?
No.
Do you like to prank other people?
No, I do not.
Why?
Because I don't really get. I do like pranking other people that I don't like being pranked. That's just me. But I'm not good at pranking people anyway. So I don't know. Like the only time I've really ever had one of those jokes was when Jesse and I first started dating, and it was like the first Christmas we had, and she asked me if I got stocking stuffers. So I was like, "What are stocking stuffers?" And I'm like, she said, "For for your stocking. You don't know what stocking stuffers are? What are you?" And I'm like, "No, we don't have stocking stuffers in England. What are they?" And then I'm like, "We don't celebrate with stockings. What are stockings?" And I had her going for a solid 15 minutes thinking I did not know what a Christmas stocking was. So, I got enjoyment out of that.
Wow.
But I'm just not good at pranks, man.
That's a fantastic prank, Steven. Just tricking your girlfriend that you're not aware of stocking stuffers. Wow. You rapscallion, you.
Bro, I should write for Jackass with the pranks that I got going on.
I got my roommates today. I walked out and I said, "Did you guys hear that Will Smith is going to have his Oscar revoked?" And for like a solid, maybe like 5 minutes, they believed me. And then it was like,
that's not bad. That's not bad. That's really not.
The best one I did on 95.7 The Game, I should say it was one of my favorites, but I don't think the brass liked it, was when
the brass didn't like anything you did, let's be honest.
I know. I'm aware. I opened the show with former 95.7 The Game hosts Haberman and Middlecoff's theme song. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, are they back and doing a show?" The text line just like exploded. And then sure enough, I played like SpongeBob saying "April Fools," and we did our normal show. And they didn't like that very much.
Yeah. I don't know. Lubman was trying to get like a little Rick roll going, play a little Rick Astley.
Never gonna give.
Didn't really know how to like. I didn't really know how to do that. Like how to just say, "Hey guys, we've got some breaking news," and then just play fucking Rick Astley. I don't know. We were. I didn't know what to really do. But yeah, man, I'm not a big April Fool's guy. That's always been my brother. My brother's always been the April Fool's person of the family. And Whitley got me earlier with a dad joke.
She loves her dad jokes.
Dude, I didn't even notice this. I don't know how she did it, but she just, always has a phone in hand. So I just assumed she was holding her phone, but she was filming me as she was doing it. She wasn't, pointing it straight toward my face. But what'd she say? She said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh, what? This actress stabbed someone?" And she's like acting all shocked, looking at her phone. And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, Reese." And she's like, she stabbed him. And then I was like, Witherspoon? And then she's like, no, with her knife.
Did she
was
sell it well?
dying.
Like usually
No,
when Whitley
she didn't sell.
when
She
Whitley
didn't sell
tells a
the.
joke,
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't sell the end of the joke well at all. She was laughing too much to even say the
of
punchline.
course, of course she did.
It's like, oh my god. I was trying to go. I was trying to
That's
go
not
home.
bad,
I was on my way out. If she posts the video, I'm holding my coffee and I got my backpack on. I'm ready to go, and she'd waste my time with that joke. Unbelievable, Whitley. My time's valuable.
I know. Well, I look forward to seeing you and Whitley next week because I'm gonna be back in the Bay Area next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It will be sweet. We'll talk about that later.
What are we doing? Doing a live pod? We doing a live just your
Ooh.
opinion, man?
I mean, we could.
Let's do
we'll
it from a bar. We'll do it
Yeah.
live from the old ship.
Yeah, that sounds like us. First sponsorship with Schroeder's. We did think we were getting April Fool's on, or fooled, I should say, on Thursday night with the news that Bruce Arians, the guy that I said could drink the most out of all of the NFL coaches, he could drink all he wants now because he is retiring. And Todd Bowles is elevated immediately to head coach. And I got to say, Steven, initially everyone had their conspiracy theories because we've all heard the rumors that Tom Brady and him didn't get along during the season. So did he get Paul West-headed? And if you know what that means, if you watch more of Winning Time with the Lakers, Jason Segel's character, Paul Westhead, becomes the head coach. And then he wins a championship, but eventually Magic Johnson's like, this guy sucks. And then Pat Riley becomes head coach. Not to spoil it for anybody, but it's real life. Do you think that actually happened?
Yeah.
You think that Tom Brady went to the Bucks brass and said, I don't want this guy being head coach?
No, I think Bruce Arians, once he heard Tom Brady was coming back, said, I do not want to be the Buccaneers head coach now that Tom's back. I think it was Bruce Arians' decision entirely. Like this dude's stress levels were all the way up when he was the Cardinals head coach. And his stress levels were probably all the way up when Tom Brady was his quarterback. He said, oh, I'm not going to have Tom Brady anymore. I'm going to have someone easygoing that can actually take orders.
Good old Blaine Gabbert.
And now I'm going to leave. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you know, I thought that initially, and then I saw the press conference, and let me just say, I fucking love Bruce Arians. He dropped 4 shits, not literal shits, but he said shit 4 times.
Yeah, what a way to word that one.
You know what?
He dropped 4 shits at his press conference.
I wouldn't put it past him either because knowing Bruce Arians, as he said in his press conference, he doesn't give a shit. I can see him just taking a fat dump in the middle of his press conference too, pulling the full Jim Tom Sula.
Deuce Arians.
That's good. That's good. But no, we're just watching the press conference. I fucking love him because he said shit 4 times, and I know on NFL Network we were like, you know, clutching our seats because of that. But it was hilarious. And he basically said, you know, I don't give a shit anymore. You know, I think that, yes, he did retire because Tom Brady did come back, but not for negative reasons. I think he came back because he knew, as he said, he was going to retire anyway at the end of the season. And he's a man of his word. He loves Todd Bowles. He's known the guy since he was a young kid. And he decided, you know what? I'm not going to give one of my best friends a shitty job and have him work with a shitty team to say that Tom Brady maybe doesn't come back next season. Let's give him the full thing now. I'm going to retire now. I'll work up in the front office, kind of like with Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick, what they intended to do. And he just gave his buddy the job, and he's going to work far from a distance. I think it's a really noble act by Bruce Arians, honestly.
Wait, so how long they know each other?
Oh, dude, I think he coached him at Temple or something when he was a kid in college.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. I had no clue. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, they've known each other for a long time. So I love Bruce Arians. He speaks from the heart. And by the way, did you watch any of the press conference?
No.
Okay. He ends it by saying to everybody. Well, first off, remember when I said he would coach a game with a stogie if he could? Sure enough, in his shirt pocket has a stogie ready to go, and even Jason Light said, "I know we're going to do a lot of boozing now because his motto is win or lose, we booze, baby." And he ends the press conference by saying to the media, "I love you guys. You're always nice to me." And then he says to your buddy, Mike Florio, "You can write whatever you want about me."
Wow. That's the ultimate compliment as a journalist right there, to get called out by name. You know? It's like,
I
I've
mean,
done my
yeah.
job. They know me.
Nah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. But Bruce Arians, yeah, he even addressed, was there friction between him and Tom Brady, and he said no. I've cussed out everybody I've ever coached. Tom raised his hands and said, yeah, he cussed out me a lot. I think in the end, it was, you know, it was noticeable that Bruce Arians wasn't offensively involved as much as in the past. It was a lot of Tom Brady and Byron Leftwich. And I'm sure that things that Bruce Arians did got on Tom Brady's nerves. And I want to put out of the realm possibility that the month that Tom Brady was gone, he was exploring other avenues to go to. But I never thought it was realistic he was going to be traded. That's why I thought it was so stupid. But I'm sure that Tom Brady's somewhat relieved because there's a part of him that didn't enjoy Bruce Arians, but I don't think that he wanted him gone. I think that that's all just, speculation.
No, but I do think Tom Brady did have I think Bruce Arians did have an issue with Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady coming back played into it, low key. But
Okay.
that's just me reading into it. I could be totally wrong, but
No, I mean
you know.
that's the I obviously something happened to make him go like that. Like he was at the owners meetings at the Breakers in Florida, and this is the latest a coach has ever, not come back. Next to back, 20 some odd years ago when uh what the hell's his name? I can't, escaping me. The old Cowboys coach, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson stepped down as Cowboys coach during the owners meetings too. So it's a little late, but they had a succession plan all ready to go. And I just want to say, I give props to Bruce Arians because a lot of people just do a lot of talking these days and say that they are progressive and trying to go in a direction from the past. You see a lot of car commercials where they're saying, we got to change the past. It's all just bullshit. It's really, they're just trying to sell you a car. There's a lot of commercials like that these days. Bruce Arians lives that. All of his coordinators on his staff are black. He has 2 women on his staff. He talks it. So I believe him when he says, I just wanted to give my friend a job because a lot of people like Todd Bowles, black coaches are not getting opportunities, and he gave him that opportunity. So I commend him for that.
Very honorable of him. But I also think Tom Brady coming back made that a little bit easier.
Well, while we were, I want to say it was last week or whatever it was. I think it was last week. There's rumors now that Tom Brady wants to go to Miami. At the end of the day,
that's great.
At the end of the day, he's playing for the Buccaneers this season, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen after that. He's a free agent. That's where all of the rumors will start to actually be somewhat truthful. If he wants to come back to the Bucs, he'll come back to the Bucs. But now he will be a free agent. So I could see it where if Tua doesn't pan out with the Dolphins, yes, he could go join Stephen Ross, even if he is the owner of the Dolphins, which, he still has that investigation going. He can join the Dolphins. And if, Trey Lance sucks or if Jimmy Garoppolo is somehow still on the 49ers, he goes to the 49ers. We do have breaking news. You're not pulling my leg?
Well, this is from the New York Times, and it was updated 5 minutes ago. So I think this is true. Will Smith, this is just the beginning of the article. Will Smith, who slapped the comedian Chris Rock at the Oscars, said Friday that he was resigning from the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, saying that he had betrayed its trust in conduct that was shocking, painful, and inexcusable. The announcement comes late Friday afternoon, days after the Academy condemned Mr. Smith's actions and opened an inquiry into the incident. Quote, I have directly responded to the Academy's disciplinary hearing notice, and I will fully accept any and all consequences for my conduct. I deprived other nominees and winners of their opportunity to celebrate and be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken, he said in a statement. So there you go.
Well, my prank becomes a reality, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Way.
So what does that mean when he resigns from the Academy? He's just not an Academy guy now?
I guess he's not going to be up for an Oscar ever again until, I don't know, he's reinstated or something. I don't know. I really don't know what that means. I've never seen anyone resign from the Academy.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But, good on him for...
I'm not going to lie, though. I had a real issue with how, I don't know if he talked to him or whatever, but you know what I hate more than anything are Instagram apologies. Oh
Yeah.
my God, do I hate Instagram apologies? Like, I'm
I
looking
hate
on his
social
thing
media
and
apologies. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure he spoke to Chris Rock in real life. I would hope. And also, I'm
right. But
tired of this. I'm tired of this topic, to be honest.
I know, but it's like, dude, just a whole thing with him. I'm looking at him differently now, like after having a
Will
few
Smith?
days. Yeah,
I mean, he's always
like
been weird, and in the
it's
Scientology
true.
thing.
It's
Yeah,
true. Yeah. But anyway, Will
yeah.
Smith resigns from the Academy. How about that?
I don't know why. I don't know what that means, but sure, resign from the Academy. And then Chris Rock went on to do a performance the other night in Boston, so everybody's fine.
Yep, everyone's all good.
All right, Steven. You know who's even better now? The LA
Ooh.
Rams.
Ooh.
I answered the
Didn't they,
question before you could even give it.
didn't they overpay, don't you think? And giving
Yeah.
a 5-year deal to this guy, it's like, my
Well,
God.
it's a lot of funny money. So
Bobby
a lot of,
Wagner, by the way. To the
exactly.
Rams.
Bobby
Wagner.
Wagner, and I love this. First reported, not by Adam Schefter. He could say that all he wants. Richard Sherman had the scoop.
Ah,
I love that athletes are taking the breaking news game into their own hands. Patrick Peterson went on his own podcast to announce that he's going to the Vikings, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, first reported by me." Nope, it was Patrick Peterson. And then I'm sure Richard Sherman wanted Bobby Wagner to come on his podcast to announce it, but something happened. In the end, Richard Sherman announces it on his Twitter. Doesn't have the contract details. Adam Schefter does. But I like that athletes are trying to take the news game into their own hands. And I wouldn't be surprised if Richard Sherman, he always comments on other people's deals. Have you noticed that? Was like, who's this guy's agent? That deal sucks. I don't know what his next venture is in life. I don't think he's going to play again, whether he's an analyst or a podcaster. I think he'd be a great agent if he wanted to do that, or breaking news on other people's deals. But he seems, for a guy that was his own agent for years, Richard Sherman knows his shit.
yeah, that's his qualification right there. What else do you need? Hey, I went to Stanford, and by the way, I was my own agent, and I did pretty well for myself. So let's do some business. I wouldn't be shocked if he did that too. That's a good call.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know he broke that. Wow.
He did. He broke that. Adam Schefter will tell you he broke it, but it was a matter of seconds or whatever. So yeah, Bobby Wagner gets 5 years, $50 million. It could go up to 65 incentives. We don't know what the guaranteed money is, but once we get all the details, you'll see that it's honestly probably like a 2-year deal on the books. And
Right.
to give a guy a 31-year-old he will be 32 in a couple months here, a 5-year deal, that's just to spread out the cap so it's not killing them. That's when everybody tweets out, how the hell are the Rams doing this? They're giving massive contracts that with no guaranteed money. So it looks insane, but it's not.
Yeah, and with the deal that was given to Darius Leonard, who got paid $19 million a year, Deion Jones, who's getting paid $14 million, Zach Cunningham, who's getting paid $14 million, and all these guys on 4 or 5-year deals.
Zach Cunningham's getting $14 million a year.
He's got a 4-year, $58 million deal. He signed that in 2020, so he's still got a couple of years left on it. With only 23.5 guaranteed at signing, so it's not as big as say Darius Leonard or
wait.
CJ
This is the deal that he
Mosley
signed with the Titans recently.
Yep.
Interesting. It's pretty expensive. Okay.
Yeah, but Bobby Wagner, and he has a potential out in 2023. So
yeah,
who knows what's going to go on with that? And they all, I don't know. These guys like the salary cap. Thought I knew about it. I don't.
No one knows except for guys like Joel Corey and guys that study it. But
yes, the Agent's Take on CBS Sports. Check it out.
Yep.
But Bobby Wagner, man, wow, that's a good deal though for the Rams, dude. I mean, if you can, I know the money is a big factor into it, but in the end, they got a Hall of Fame linebacker. Like Bobby Wagner's a stud.
No, and I don't think this is like an upgrade. Like people are saying, like, yeah, this was to replace Von Miller. God no, Von Miller is a fantastic pass rusher. Bobby Wagner is a great run-stopping linebacker. He can be good in coverage at times, but I think this move is 100% to stop Deebo Samuel in the 49ers running game because they ran it down their throats in both regular season games. It took Eric Weddle pretty much playing safety / linebacker for them to stop the run in the NFC Championship game. And even then, Deebo ran it, outside runs on them. But this move is to make sure that the Niners don't run it down their throats anymore.
Yes, and I mean, I don't know what it does really to stop the Cardinals and what the Cardinals are trying to do, but it is a direct move. And look, man, if you get an opportunity to sign Bobby Wagner, I mean, you sign Bobby Wagner,
Yeah.
especially from your own division. You do that. I actually was thinking, who were the linebackers on the Rams last year? I can't even remember any of them.
Troy Reader and Mike Kaiser, who's on the Broncos now, I want to say. They're not good. That's
Yeah.
It was the weakest part of their defense.
Wow. Well, that's proof right there that you can win a Super Bowl without having a star linebacker on your team.
That's
wow.
true. But also,
Look at
they
that.
had Ernest Jones, their rookie linebacker, come back in the game. If you remember early in that game, it was like a 4th and 1, and Joe Burrow threw a pass that Ernest Jones knocked down. So him and Bobby Wagner in the middle will be pretty interesting.
Okay. Damn.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, wow. My goodness, man. They keep on building their team. That's insane.
They do, and I don't think they're done yet because I don't see a place where Odell can go. I mean, we're hearing rumors. What's his name? Jeremy Fowler says that the Patriots are inquiring about Odell Beckham, but the guy tore his ACL. So the earliest he would play is October, November. His best shot is to go back to the Rams, and they're already a stacked team, and just wait for him to come back. Are you done sneezing?
Sorry. Yeah, they might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
What Odell Beckham tearing his ACL in the worst moment possible. I don't know if he's going to get a big deal out of this, but I mean, what do they have left to spend? What are we looking at here for the Rams?
They'll probably cut some fat here or there, guys they don't need. There's a lot of, they're filling out the roster.
that's one of my favorite
Trim the fat.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite metaphors. Let's trim the fat around here.
Yeah.
And then, you ever seen Horrible Bosses?
The fat being people. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that Colin Farrell's line about
Yeah. Yes. I want you to trim the fat around here. Well, what do you mean trim the fat? Trim the fat. He's like, yeah, I want you to fire the fat people. I want you to
funny thing though.
I want you to start with Large Marge.
The best is at the end though when Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, compliments Marge on being pregnant, and she goes, "I'm not pregnant," and he goes, "So that's all just you?" Yikes.
Sad. Okay, but wait, let's okay. I need to take a look here.
Sad.
I need to look though. The salary cap. Okay. So
salary cap's insane. I don't know how to I don't know how they do this. It's all about whether or not your money, like the signing bonus and all that shit, whether it counts towards this year. Basically, I guess they're paying $3 million for Bobby Wagner this year.
And it doesn't look like, according to Spotrac, it doesn't look like they've added that to.
No, they haven't
this year.
I've kept checking. It's still at 8 million, right?
Yeah, 8.8 million. So that's what they got right now. Huh.
I don't know. And I don't know how they do it, but Bobby Wagner is on the team for 5 years, but there's funny money involved, and I'm not believing all that. And then in baseball, the LA team, the Dodgers, trade for Craig Kimbrell today. And AJ Pollock, where was Craig Kimbrell before again? I forget.
White Sox.
So AJ Pollock goes to the White Sox. Not bad. But the Dodgers get more. Steven, you thought that was an April Fool's joke, and it's not, my friend.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That's tough. Mark Feinsand had the report early, and it's just like, dude, the Dodgers, like, what? Why? Why do the Dodgers keep on getting these guys? Craig Kimbrell?
Have you seen, did you hear Dave Roberts? They're going to win the World Series. He knows it.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to say when you got a lineup that's absolutely stacked 1 through 9. I mean, I know you're without AJ Pollock now, but God, man, you got Craig Kimbrell coming in to close games instead of Kenley Jansen, who signed with the Braves. Are you kidding me?
Upgrade. Kenley Jansen, I've never been a big fan of.
Kenley Jansen was good toward the end of the season and into playoffs, but my God, Craig Kimbrell's a stud.
The praying mantis, does he still throw like that?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I love it. I fucking love it.
He puts the arm out like he's Rod
Elbow back.
Yeah, and it's terrifying. Oh, my God.
So they got him and who's my dude from the A's? Dryden. Blake Dryden. Still on the Dodgers?
Not Triton. Trinan. Yeah. Sounded like you were saying Triton.
Yeah, like the thing that the Little Mermaid's dad had.
Yes, the Trident. But look at it. Craig Kimbrell, Blake Trinan, Daniel Hudson, Bruce Dark Gratterall, who throws like 1,000 miles an hour. Alex Vesia, who I've never heard of, Justin Brule, Victor Gonzalez, Tyler Anderson. I'm okay with Tyler Anderson. If he pitches against the Giants all the time, I'm good with it. David Price, fine. But then you're getting Dustin May back, who is one of the best young pitchers in the game.
Maybach
Danny
music.
Duffy, Danny Duffy, Tommy Conley, and Phil Bickford,
Tommy
former
Call?
Giant. No, shout out to Tommy Call. He's getting married tomorrow, heading to his wedding.
Nice.
But man, it's just so unbelievable. And then Jeff Pass is like, the pitching depth is ridiculous. Yes, it is, Jeff. Yes, it is. Along with the rest of their goddamn team.
Okay. So obviously the Rams make a lot of moves. The Dodgers make a lot of moves. And the 49ers and Giants don't this season. But the 49ers beat the Rams twice last season, although it didn't, not when it counted. And the Giants were one game better than, the Giants were one game better than the Dodgers last season until they played in the playoffs. So it may have been that the extra pieces that both of these teams make was the difference. However, they're both competitive, the Giants and the 49ers and what they do. So do Bay Area fans just need to realize that that's how these teams operate, that the SoCal teams are always going to get the superstars and the NorCal teams are going to do it the smart way? And in the end, they'll both be competitive.
Yeah. Well, I'm not putting it past the Giants to make a move at the deadline come July, at the end of July. It's like everyone thinks that the season's lost in the offseason. Oh, we didn't get our Chris Bryant or whoever. But the reality is people are going to be available. Guys are going to be available at the end of July. And I think that you can somehow swindle your way into a deal with one of those guys. They did it with Chris Bryant last year. Again, like I said. So I'm not putting it past the Giants to make some sort of move, but it also depends where they're at in the season by July. There's no guarantee that they're going to be in a place to actually be buyers at the deadline. Mm-hmm. But, it's like hearing John Barossi last week when he joined us, hearing him say that the Giants were in on Castellanos, that broke my heart. That broke my heart. I needed Castellanos on this team. I thought he was going to be a very good player. Everyone was down on him because he's heading into his age 30 season, but dude, it's just baseball. Like you can live with guys in their 30s in baseball. These guys have these long careers, and he's managed to get better with each season as his career has gone along. So I was liking that move. They didn't make that move. I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever. I just hope the Dodgers lose in the NLCS because they're bound to make it there. Oh my God. I hate them. This is so frustrating. It's like
hey, you know
year.
What? If the Giants have a bad season, they could always bring back the crazy crab.
They could always bring back the crazy crab.
I didn't know about this until last night. So I went through a rabbit hole of watching 30 for 30 shorts. I had no idea about the crazy crab. You're aware of this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I saw Ray Ratto, and I miss Ray. Love Ray. He's in it. Dwayne Kuiper's talking about it. I had no idea that they had a phony baloney mascot and then actually brought the fucking thing out for people to boo and throw shit at.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What a time. The 30 for 30 shorts. Which one was your favorite of those?
My favorite is AC Green's The Iron Virgin. And hopefully he gets his time in winning time because he is the only person that didn't get laid on the Showtime Lakers.
By choice, though.
By choice.
I'd have to look that. I got to watch that one. I haven't watched too many of those 30 for 30 shorts. I got all of them on deck, but I got to watch them.
I didn't know also. I watched the High Five. Did you know that Dusty Baker is responsible for the invention of the High Five?
What?
That's the thing. I was watching it last night, and it's I forget the guy's name. It was a very famous openly gay player for the A's who used to play for the Dodgers with Dusty Baker, and apparently they invented the high five. After a home run or whatever, they both smacked hands, and that's what people are saying is the first time that's ever happened. I don't buy it, but that's what they say.
There's no chance that's the first time that's ever happened.
I'm with you, Steven, but apparently they're giving Dusty Baker the credit for inventing the high five.
I'm going back to like the Homo sapien times when they're like building fire and then they slap it. You know what I mean? Like
slap hands.
Yes, like they couldn't even talk. They didn't know words. They were just communicating.
Yeah.
Like before time even started. Like I'm going back to the Neanderthals. You know what I mean? Like those guys high five for sure.
I'm with you, Steven. I found it hard to believe that a game in the 70s was the first time the high five was invented. And I don't ever heard of that. Watch it for yourself. You have ESPN Plus. I'm using your account, by the way. But it's the high five documentary. Like it's 10 minutes.
I'm deleting that account.
Why? Because I'm watching shit on there?
No, it's because well, she's watching. I'm still paying for it. I don't know why. I just saw it like, put on my bank statement.
Yeah.
We're I'm still paying for 2 ESPN Pluses, so I really
I got you.
I'm paid $7 a month for it when we
you got to consolidate there with the girlfriend.
We got the bundle already, and I just forgot to delete my own
Hulu
ESPN.
and Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, and ESPN, all of them.
Ooh, yeah. Well, Steven, so Bobby Wagner's off the board, but we still got a plethora of big name free agents still available. We got Tyrann Mathieu still out there, Stephon Gilmore, obviously Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. I'm still waiting for Kyle Van Noy to join the Raiders because I think that's going to happen, unless they're going to put Max Crosby at outside linebacker, but I don't think they're going to do that.
No, I do not want to have another good Raiders pass rusher dropping into coverage.
Yes.
Can't have that happen anymore. Not doing it. Not going to be on board with Patrick Graham's illusion of complexity if his illusion of complexity is to drop an edge rusher into coverage. Nope. Not happening with Crosby. No chance.
I'm with you, Steven. I think that what's Max Crosby now, like 265? If he gains 15 pounds, he could play on the edge and be J.J. Watt for that defense.
Ooh, good question. What is he? Height and weight.
I want to say he was listed at 265. So if he gains 15 pounds, he's at 280. That's a good 3-4 defensive end.
See, height, weight, 265, 256.
256? Okay, so if he gains, he can gain a little weight in the offseason and, be the J.J. Watt to this defense.
Yeah, 255. Come on, man. Yeah, I think Kyle Van Noy's a good candidate there. I thought they were going to go for Chase Wisniewski from the Patriots originally, but that didn't end up happening. I forgot.
You mean Winovich?
Winovich. I said Wisniewski.
He's on the Browns.
The hell? Where did I get Wisniewski from?
Because Steven Wisniewski, the old guard for the Raiders. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, what a time!
Just picking up all the pieces you're dropping.
Oh my God, tired.
See, whenever you make fun of my what I pronounce, I can always make fun of you just messing up people's names. Anyway,
there you go.
We have fun.
I need that.
The Raiders, I still am hearing that they're in the mix for Stephon Gilmore, but God knows how much money he wants now, and I don't know how much money the Raiders have. I've heard the Raiders' names in the mix for Tyrann Mathieu and Jordan Schultz. The reporter basically listed every team possible is interested in Tyrann Mathieu. So who knows what's going to happen, but there still is a lot of big name free agents because Jadeveon Clowney is still out there for people to sign. So it's interesting. And we're also hearing more of trade rumblings because you have to believe that after trading away Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill that the Chiefs and Packers are into the wide receiver market. And a guy that has been brought up a lot, even though he doesn't want to play in the cold, he tweeted out, DK Metcalf has been linked to a lot of trade rumors, and the Chiefs have inquired about him. So who knows if he'll be a Chief, but we should start to see things heat up a little bit towards the draft. But DK Metcalf, this guy, shredded, absolutely shredded, has like an 8-pack. He got famous for taking off his shirt with AJ Brown, and it looked like he was wearing a Batman like armor. And the guy's insane. He's ripped, and he's been doing these videos. I think it's been coming out chopped up, but he did an interview with Kevin Garnett a couple weeks ago. A video came out where he was like, "Yeah, Drew Lock, man, that guy's the truth. Can't wait for it." And everybody's like, "Okay, we'll see if you really mean that. We'll see if he's even the Seattle Seahawks quarterback, or you'll even be there." But yesterday, or whatever day it was, I think it was yesterday. Do you have the video, Steven?
Yeah.
Okay. This is DK Metcalf explaining his diet.
Talk about how important nutrition is. Nutrition is huge.
I'm probably the worst person to ask that.
God, are you eating Popeyes, Churches?
Nah, see,
You from the city too. I know you be eating coon soup. Yeah, that's some shit.
I'm a candy type person.
Oh, what?
I eat one meal a day, drink one coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy.
Man, define bags of candy, man. Jelly beans?
Nah, see, I'm a gummy type of guy. See, you get your lifesavers.
Come on, man. Stop, man. Come on, hold on, man. So you finna go through a structure, a bag of candy. You about to go through the whole. Okay, let's hear this.
All right, I'm just taking you through yesterday. So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry. Run to Starbucks, get a quick coffee. That's gonna hold me till like 4, 5 o'clock. This 12. Okay. So it's gonna hold me for like 4 hours.
Dang.
Around 4:30, I ordered some candy and a water. So I got, what did I get yesterday? Got the Skittles gummies. Then I got the Lifesaver Creations. They the same size bag, so I just mix them.
So it's safe to say we're going to see a DK gummy at some point, right?
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, y'all heard it. Another certified
moment.
Hey.
Yeah. Get the gummy, get the candy, get the water, eat that. That's going to hold me to like 8 o'clock where I'm having dinner, 8, 9. And then I eat dinner, go to sleep.
That's an everyday thing. That's a Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, Monday through Monday. You know, you eating candy like that, huh?
Yeah. I'm a candy eater, yeah.
I hate him.
Am I muted again? Fuck this guy.
Dude, come on. What are you talking about, DK? You're ripped beyond belief, man. What is this? You're supposed to have a nutritionist? That's a lie. I don't believe it.
So you don't believe it?
No.
Okay.
Of course I don't.
I do, and I'm just angry at him because I think he's a fantastic player, closest thing I've seen to Terrell Owens, but fuck DK Metcalf for the fact that he could just eat bags of candy that he orders. What is he, DoorDashing this shit? And he drinks it with a water, and that's going to hold him until 8 o'clock at night. Not to mention, he works out twice and drinks a cup of coffee. How much is he shitting?
Oh, barely any. He can't be shitting anything. It's terrible.
But just have coffee in your system? That's got to give you the runs.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all.
I don't know, man. Chad Johnson did the same shit. It was more of a meal where he actually ate McDonald's every day, but that was got to be terrible for his system. He still does that at 40 years old.
That dude, he's always posted at McDonald's. I got a lot of respect for Chad Johnson in doing that. But, man.
He still looks great.
He really does. How do they do that?
Metabolism.
In the studio today, multiple things happened. We had breakfast burritos.
From where?
They were offering Gambino's.
Ooh.
So they were offering some breakfast burritos from there. I said, nah. Then donuts were brought in because Willard and Dibbs have their bets where, like, at the end of the month they got to bring in donuts. Whoever loses from picking games in the month.
Yeah.
I think it's the month. And they brought in donuts, didn't have a single one, didn't have a breakfast burrito. I think our boss, Nahigian, brought in a bunch of breakfast sandwiches, didn't have a single thing of that. I'm like, man, I gotta watch my weight here. I gotta
watch the figure.
Right. Like, I'm trying to slim down a little bit because, like, the diet's gone a little off the rails for the past year and a half. So I'm trying to eat better. But
it's beach season.
Exactly.
Engage your core.
But it's like, dude, candy? 4 bags of it every
I'm just
day?
upset that all this food's being offered when you guys are working there now, and I never got shit.
Well, Yeah.
I know, Steven. I played pranks on people. Nobody liked me. I understand.
No, this isn't a very common occurrence.
No, I know.
It's not. But have you tried the Skittles gummies before? The new ones?
No, they're Skittle gummies.
Yeah, they're like these. They're basically just big gummy Skittles. They're
weird.
Good? They're pretty good. They're okay. I would just rather get regular Skittles though. Like, I don't need a gummy version of Skittles. They're fine, but I'd rather eat just Skittles that I don't really like know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a candy, but I don't know how they make it. The gummy, it's just another gummy. It just tastes like Skittles. I don't know.
3 to 4 bags of candy. So that's like, we're talking like Halloween size bags. Like this motherfucker is able to look ridiculous. Like, what was the story last year where he you were telling me about it, where he was trying to have an orgy with like nine different women or whatever it was?
It was reported by Black Sports Online. Yeah, from
Of
Robert
course.
Littall.
Robert Littall. Yeah, he's
Robert
got the
Littall,
scoop.
who was paid attention to someone's Instagram story, and yes, she did a whole thing, and she claimed that she had been with DK before. They texted back and forth, and she was going to drive, I think, 4 or 5 hours to his place, and then he asked her also. Actually, I don't think the milk thing's true. I think that was just Jesus. Tell that person to slow down.
You know, we got Fast and the Furious outside.
God, L.A. man, what a time.
I know.
But yeah, she like was on her way, and then he said, "No, I've got too many women here," and then she turned back like and made her go home, and then she posted a whole Instagram story about it. That's how Robert Littall found it.
Hold on,
Maybe
we got
he was-
breaking news here in the NFL. I just seen across the screen here. What just happened
is
here?
it?
Something with the Dolphins.
Oh, what is this true?
Yeah, it's true. I'm not being funny here.
Well, I know that, but like, is where are you watching it on?
On
What is
NFL
it?
Network. It keeps getting cut off. Hang on. What is this? Xavier Howard. They're giving him a new contract. Okay, so he's staying with
Oh,
the Dolphins.
There you
Good
go,
for him.
5 years, 90 mil. Good for him.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Great player.
Yeah, great player. Yeah, dude. So DK Metcalf is going through bags of candy like he goes through women.
Is it this size? Like, is this what we're talking? Like a little Welch's fruit snack, which I just happened to find a wrapper on the dining room table here. Like, is it that?
How long has that been there?
Since yesterday, Jesse did a whole bunch of work, so I guess she
Okay.
had a fruit snack and left it here. Unbelievable. Clean up after
Unbelievable.
yourself.
No, that just makes me mad because I try my best with my 2 treadmills and I can't even compete with DK Metcalf who eats bags of candy.
Just makes you feel like shit, man.
It does.
Damn. I mean, one cup of coffee gets him
God.
through the day. I'm very jealous of that too. I need like 6 to get
Okay,
through the
so
day.
I don't drink coffee, and I'm proud in that because I love feeling a sense of superiority over everyone that drinks coffee, and I don't have to stoop down to your coffee drinking ways.
Yeah.
But when you drink a cup of coffee, Steven, do you feel full?
No. Oh God, no.
So
You don't
what
feel
is
full.
what is he talking about? That keeps him good till 4 o'clock in the afternoon after doing 2 workouts. 2.
Yeah, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. It's not as bad as it's not as bad as like Dan Campbell, where he said he gets like 2 ventis,
Yeah.
which is, which if you watch Role Models, 20 venti. So he's essentially drinking a 40 of coffee with like 8 espresso shots total. And
Gross.
that's how he starts the day every single day. Like, that's so bad for you.
I can't wait until we get Hard Knocks where he's doing his testimonials from the John.
I feel like we're going to be so bored of that Hard Knocks. We're going to have this expectation that Dan Campbell's going to be like this John Gruden-like figure, where on Hard Knocks, we're just watching every episode for John Gruden. I feel like Dan Campbell is going to be like just super boring and dull, and we're just going to think, oh, that's disappointing.
Well, besides him, what's the biggest personality on that team? Jared Goff? Can't wait for him to be like, you figure out which way the sun sets again.
Yes, seriously. There's going to be that joke that's made. You know it
course.
right off the top. Oh, see,
Yeah.
I told you the sun sets in the west.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what? Jamal Williams from Green Bay, the
Oh,
running back for the Lions.
yes.
He's fun.
Ah, yes, he is the best. But they tend to not do the right thing on Hard Knocks and profile the right players.
Yeah.
They always do the worst ones. So Jamal Williams, if they continue the way that they're doing it, they are not going to put a spotlight on him, which they absolutely should. Jamal Williams is like the most, I guess, underappreciated would be the word to use. Just this dude does not get enough recognition for just how much of a unique type of athlete he is. He's awesome.
He's great. He's got a unique personality, but I fear that he will be forgotten in Detroit.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the DK Metcalf thing. If you're a team trying to trade for DK Metcalf, I guess either the Packers or the Chiefs, this guy's health is going to be terrible in a few years, so I wouldn't trade for him.
This has got to be in the offseason, though. There's no
No, I
chance
know,
the
I
team.
know.
There's no
I'm
chance
kidding.
the team is. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Like, dude, there's.
It's a goofy day, Steven.
Yeah. Well, can't believe it. 4 bags of candy. So he's probably got like the sour gummy worms, the lifesavers. So it's nothing too terrible for your system. But when it comes to candy, those are pretty light, I'd say.
Yeah, they are. Maybe he just
Yeah.
starves himself, basically. He drinks a cup of coffee and bags of candy, and he still, looks like that. It'll catch up with him eventually, but I'm joking.
What's the one kind of candy that you go for? If you're like going to 7-Eleven and let's just say you have a friend who's going to 7-Eleven and they're like, "Hey, I'm picking up some stuff. You want anything?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I want some candy right now." What's the number one candy you're going for?
Probably a good Twix bar. I like Twix. I like
Twix is a good choice.
Yeah, I like M&Ms. I like. God, I'm a sucker. We have free food at NFL Network. It's one of the good things
cool
about-
guys.
It's one of the good things about working there. I'm kidding. It's fun. But they have these brownie cookies that anytime they put them out, I can't resist, and I take them every time. And they're free
so-
and they're good.
Chocolate guy. You like chocolate?
I do like chocolate. Oh, but you know what? Not to keep flaunting that I'm not a coffee guy. I'm also not really a sweet tooth person. I'll go in for cake if it's offered. I'll go in for sweets if it's there. But on my own, I'm probably not. I'm probably going to pass.
I remember this about you. I thought you didn't like chocolate, huh?
I do like
I see.
chocolate. I'm more of a vanilla guy. But yeah, some
Vanilla doesn't get the respect that it deserves. By
I know
the way,
vanilla. My personal favorite, cookies and cream. But vanilla is very good. Yeah, some things about me. I don't drink coffee. I don't chew gum, and I don't put condiments on my hot dog. Eat it plain.
I'm
a
here to
weirdo.
chew. I'm here to drink coffee, chew bubble gum, and kick ass. Well, too bad I don't drink coffee and I don't chew bubble gum, so I'm here to kick some ass. Man,
That's how I roll, baby.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd say purple Skittles. Give me purple Skittles all day. Those things are delicious. I could eat a whole bag of those.
I can eat some Starburst too. Starbursts are really good.
Starbursts are fire. Ooh, love Starburst.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite color or flavor? I should say.
Flavor of Starburst?
Yeah.
I like the pink ones.
So do I. There you go.
But I also
Great
like
answer.
But I also like the red. I like the cherry. What are you shaking your head for?
No, Jesse just.
What?
She doesn't approve of our flavors.
No, she's fine with it. She doesn't like that I've lied about her, apparently.
Shit everywhere says the man that leaves eggs everywhere when you cook eggs.
Yeah, I did say.
If you didn't like that, you should have listened to the ending of the last podcast.
Oh my God, yeah, she, I called her out for not picking this up, but then I left an eggshell from an egg that I cooked earlier for lunch.
That's
out
worse.
On, out
That's
on
worse.
the
Broke,
counter.
like yolk and everything out.
Yeah,
That's gross as shit, man.
I know, but I threw
Tap
it away.
out. Put Jesse in. I'm tired of this shit.
I threw it away. But man, I don't know, dude. It's DK Metcalf. I'm tired of this guy. Just kidding. So from talking about DK, can we talk about KD?
Sure. Hey, well done there. Well done.
DK and KD, because this is fascinating what's happening among Warriors Twitter whenever Kevin Durant speaks, because I personally do not get tired of this dude. I don't
either, and I enjoyed watching him last night. There was a fun game between the Bucks and the Nets that went to OT. But KD comes up short with the three bouncing out, but it was a good shot to me. And I hate the fact that people are like, well, Giannis has KD's number now. No, he doesn't. He just has a better team overall. And he's also incredibly hard to guard. So, of course, whenever Giannis is going to go to the rack, he's going to get fouled. So it's easy to get that shot in the end. But the Bucks are probably a better team than the Nets right now. Regardless of that, fun game last night. Yes, Kevin Durant wants his jersey retired with the Warriors, correct?
Yes, that was because it was the article written on the Ringer with Logan Murdoch, and he said that he wants Oklahoma City to retire his jersey. The same thing with Golden State, and then once he gets another 4 or 5 years in Brooklyn, he says he wants the Nets to do the same. So he essentially wants any team that he goes to retire his jersey.
I would say this is kind of old news because I remember he had a sit down with Chris Haynes where he said that he wanted a statue of himself outside the Chase Center. And he's never played there. So I don't know. I remember when Joe Lacob said something similar when he left, that Kevin Durant was gonna have his jersey retired. So was Andre Iguodala. Am I coming in
Yeah.
clean, by the way? My Wi-Fi is a little finicky right now.
You're a little out of focus, but you still look good.
Okay, well, fantastic.
You sound good too.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, yes, Kevin Durant was there for 3 fantastic seasons. All went to the finals, 2 of which resulted in championships. He was MVP for both of them. I have no issue if they want to retire his number, but I don't think it's a need. I don't know.
See, like I'm the type that I just don't think if you spend 3 years with the team, your jersey shouldn't be retired no matter what you've done. And really, Kevin Durant has done as much as you could do in 3 years with the team. You can make the argument that if he and Clay didn't get hurt in that 3rd year, that they would have won 3 championships all 3 years that he was there. And, who knows, if he didn't get hurt, maybe he would have stayed with Golden State. Like things could have been different. But to me, it's just
Probably not.
you gotta have that longevity, and that's just me. Any fan who thinks that it should be retired, like in the end, I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna look up at it and think, "Oh my God, that shouldn't be up there." Like I'm not gonna think that, you
Right.
know. But I just think you need to have more than 3 years on a single team in order for your jersey to be retired. Like I wouldn't care if someone else is wearing number 35 again. I would if someone's wearing number 30 again. I would if someone's
Yes.
wearing number 11 again. 23. I don't know, but like
I would
like,
for Draymond.
yeah, I think Draymond too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want guys wearing those jerseys, but if I see a number 35 again, I would not be opposed to it.
Yeah, basketball numbers can range in any direction. So one franchise not having a 35 anymore is not the end of the world. But I agree with you, Steven. Kevin Durant, while his time with the Warriors was fantastic and memorable and championship worthy, he wasn't here long enough. So I get it too. Like, it's kind of weird to retire someone's jersey. Like, are the Raptors going to retire Kawhi Leonard's jersey?
You
Do the
never know, man.
49ers retire Deion Sanders' jersey? No. And I get it. Those guys were there for one season, but it's kind of the same deal where he was just only there for a short period of time. And Kevin Durant's already been on the Nets, I think the same amount of time he's been on the Warriors.
Right. Like that's the argument that we get into, and the thing that I find interesting, dude, is when I'm hosting my show and you bring up something with Kevin Durant, you are gonna get some real opinions about like what this topic is, which is the retirement of his jersey, or you're just gonna get 1,000 texts where they just say Kevin Durant's sensitive, he's soft, he's insecure, he's all these things, he's all that. But the reality is, and when you read any interview that he does, hear him on his podcast, all those different things, Kevin Durant is about as relatable of an athlete, a superstar athlete, as I think I've ever seen. Like this dude just wants to be isolated, wants to do his own thing, wants to play 2K, wants to listen to music and maybe make music at the same time. He goes on Twitter and he goes off on people, which is what a lot of us do. He just wants to smoke. He just wants to smoke weed, do his own thing, and chill. Like he is more like us, the regular people, than a lot of these other superstars are. Like I can't relate to any of these other guys, but to Kevin Durant, to some of these things that he's saying, it's like, yeah, I get where he's coming from, but a lot of people, just because of the way that he treated the media back in Golden State, they get this opinion about him that's just skewed and finalized too. There's no changing their opinion about who he is as a person.
Yeah, and every time I see that where people have this reaction, I always say, well, and that's part of the reason why he left. It wasn't so much, he left because he just didn't feel the love. And it's a tough thing with him. He's a tortured soul, and I hope he finds happiness in Brooklyn now. But
I'm glad the Warriors got him when they did.
Yeah.
Like, he was, hey, this was the version of Kevin Durant that was going after a championship. And that's exactly what the Warriors needed at that time. So I'm glad they got him when they did. And from that article, not to interrupt you, but from that article,
I do it all the time.
He made a pretty clear point. Like, that's not who I am right now with this Nets team. Like I'm trying to, he's like, I'm playing basketball. I'm doing my thing, but I'm also trying to find myself too and kind of get back to just being myself. So, I really can relate to everything that he was saying in a lot of these interviews that he's done.
Yeah, but I wish also that excuse me. I wish things didn't bother him as much as they do.
You getting choked up, buddy?
I'm getting choked up because I miss him so bad. I wish that he just wasn't bothered by all this shit because it comes with the
Yeah, I
territory of
know.
being a superstar sometimes. But I think he's hands down the best player in basketball. It's not even close. And it's just amazing what he's able to do each night. And I know the Nets aren't that good. They'll probably play in the play-in game, but I'm rooting for him. But I am rooting for the Warriors too. But damn, they were so close to being the Suns the other night. So close.
Very close. That was a great game.
That would have been the best win of the season.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to top that Christmas Day one that they got against the Suns, but man,
Yeah,
they-
but
they-
to beat them without Steph would have been huge.
would have been unbelievable. Jordan Poole going off for 38 points, but
Yeah.
here's the difference between those two. I haven't heard this stat more than I've heard it this season because of how good the Suns have been in these situations. But the clutch stats, I haven't heard nearly as many clutch stats as I've heard this year because with less than 5 minutes left in the game, when there's 5 minutes or less to go, and the score is within 5 points, that's what's considered clutch situations. And the Suns have outscored their opponents in every single one of those clutch games by like, I think it's like a net rating of like 37 or something, which is like much better than any of the rest. And the Warriors in their last 15 games out of the last 15 games, 9 of them have had clutch situations, less than 5 minutes left with a deficit of within 5. And they are 1-8 in those games in the last 15. So they haven't been good in those situations. So if they would have won that, like it would have been, it would have been like the Raiders beating the Colts, where it's Jonathan Taylor. They're 8-0 when he rushes for 100 yards.
Yep.
And then the Raiders ended up beating him. It wouldn't have been an anomaly like that, an outlier like that. So, man, that game was close, though. And Draymond looked back to being like Draymond in that game.
Did.
He was awesome.
He did. And the Warriors throughout this run with Steve Kerr have always said that they're not, big on moral victories. But, I came away from that game and I thought to myself, if they go into the playoffs being healthy and Steph is back, they're not going to have a big man. Their only big man is going to be James Wiseman. I don't know if we win, but if we do end up playing the Phoenix Suns in the second round, and that's, knock on wood, if we even finish, if we beat whoever we play in the first round, and that's knock on wood, even if Steph Curry comes back. But I don't think I'm doing knock on wood either correctly, but whatever. Knock on wood if you're with me. No, don't do that.
Oh boy, don't do that anymore. That aged poorly.
I know. But I think we have a chance. Just watching them, I think they match up well with the Suns. I don't know. The Suns are probably a better team, and they are. They're the best team in basketball right now. But if we do end up playing the Suns, I think it's going to be entertaining as hell. As much as if last night watching the Bucks and Nets, I would love to see that again. I just want to see the Suns play the Warriors. And maybe the season's not our year. It's starting to look that way with the plethora of injuries we're getting, and we got an update on Steph Curry today. He's going to be reevaluated April 11th. That's the first day after the regular season ends. So we'll see what happens there. And I guess I'm not going to see him on April 7th when he plays the Lakers. But
that's unfortunate.
I know, but I like our chances. I do think that let's see what happens here. It may, I think you and I talked about this last year when we didn't even have a show, but wasn't it kind of good going into the Warriors played the Lakers in the play-in game, and it was kind of nice, even though that game was heartbreaking in the end, where I want to say LeBron got his eye poked and he still made the game-winning 3. It was nice where
seeing triple baskets. Oh my god!
It was kind of nice just going into a playoff without any expectations and not any worry anymore. And I kind of feel that way this season, where whatever happens, if we are the 4 seed, if we're the 5 seed, even, it's better than we were a season ago. And I know the season started so promising. They look like the best team in basketball, and things happen. Like I said, this could just be a whole new rebuild, and we're just learning how to be a great team again. So whatever happens, next win the Warriors get, they'll clinch a playoff berth, and I'm comfortable with whatever happens this season.
Warrior fans are trying to get used to what it's like watching a regular team again. Like this is what a regular team goes through. They maybe are the 4th or this is what the Nuggets and the Jazz have gone through for these past 4 years where they're just fringe teams that are going to make the playoffs, maybe could make a run. And if they do, it'll be a lot of fun. And when you talk about matching up with the Suns, this was these are the stats here. I'm going to share this with you that I like, because Devin Booker, outside of getting to the free throw line, has been not rendered useless, but they've played some very good defense on him. A lot of those points, the 22 points, came off free throws. I think half of those points came off of free throws. Look at those numbers right there. The defense that they play on him is fantastic. Now you're going to have to force other guys to beat you, and if other guys do, then fine. I'm good with that. But if you just don't let them crush you like with Devin Booker, then I think they got a chance that they could beat the Suns in a 7-game series. I still think the Suns would be the favorite, but they've played some really good defense on Devin Booker so far through those 3 games, as I just showed. So, and for the listening audience,
Stat Muse.
First game, 10 points for 4 of 9 shooting. Second game, 13 points on 5 of 19 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3. Third game, 22 points on 21 shots, 2 of 8 from 3. And then you also got Jordan Poole, man. What a time. What a time with Jordan Poole. Like when he first came along, he was thrusted into that starting position when he didn't expect to. When he was drafted late in the first round. And now he's looking like a superstar out there. He's unbelievable. Every night on the floor, he's always one of the top 2-3 players on the floor every night, no matter who they're playing.
Yeah, I still have high hopes for when Steph does return, that lineup of Steph, Clay, maybe Draymond. Oh, yeah, we got to have Draymond out there. Draymond, Jordan Poole, maybe Andrew Wiggins. I don't know how the whole thing or maybe
no,
even
I'm totally good with that. I don't know if I'd have that be the starting 5. I'd be good if Looney was
start out hot, like back in the day when they did the death lineup, but
yeah, you could do that. Have Draymond start as the small ball 5, have Andrew Wiggins play the 4, and Thompson play the 3, and Jordan Poole play the 2, and essentially have positionless basketball, which Steve Kerr's used to running. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And back to your stat on Devin Booker, the Warriors have done well against him defensively. But do you think it's crazy that Devin Booker is not getting mentioned in MVP candidacy?
I don't think it's that crazy.
Well, they have the best record in basketball. He's playing very well. He's been doing it without Chris Paul for a good deal of time. The favorite right now is Jokic to win MVP again. Why not Devin Booker?
Well, because Jokic is putting up numbers that are just unbelievable compared to
I get it, but
Booker.
That's why they should have the offensive player of the year, like in the NFL. I don't think
Jokic,
MVP.
It's damn near more impressive that Jokic has his team competing for the 5th seed without Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. in the lineup, and with Devin Booker and the rest of the team that he's got, and the Suns being the 1 seed, without Chris Paul for a little bit of time. This dude Jokic has been carrying the Nuggets to I know they're not number 1, but man, you're not supposed to be that bad or that good when you only have 1 star on the floor.
Well, they got Aaron Gordon too.
I know you got Aaron Gordon, but that he's okay. I don't know, man.
They got Austin Rivers throwing elbows at people.
There you go. fake elbows.
Yeah, with Lance Stevenson, like that guy can blow on LeBron James' ear, but God forbid a little piece of elbow gets near his face.
Let's see. Devin Booker is 12th in the league in points per game. Jokic is there with only 26.5. He's knocking down 37% of his threes, which is an okay number. So he's a 46, 37, and 86 guy, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got 5 assists a game, 5 rebounds. But then you look at Jokic, and Jokic is averaging, he's averaging 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists a game. And then you got Antetokounmpo and Joel Embiid, who are both averaging 30 points. They're both averaging double-doubles as well while getting those assist numbers up. Are you getting this because Richard Jefferson wouldn't shut up about it on the ESPN broadcast? Good God, Jefferson, shut up.
No, but I will say that Richard Jefferson annoys the crap out of me.
God, he was he would not stop talking about it on that broadcast on ESPN.
That Devin Booker needs to be an MVP candidate?
Yes, and he just kept repeating himself.
I wasn't aware of that, although I will commend Richard Jefferson. He was always a pain in the ass when he was against the Warriors in the finals as a Cavs player. He would just constantly talk shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad he admitted that the 2016 finals went the way they did because Draymond was suspended. Did you hear that?
Yes, but he said that after that game that he watched with the Suns. I think he made that, like, he said that afterward, right?
He said that, I think, during.
I mean, like, you're watching Draymond there. He's probably watching that like, damn, Draymond's good.
Yeah.
Like that was the one that you wouldn't be saying that after that game, any of the previous games that Draymond's been playing in. You wouldn't be saying that at all.
No, but
Like,
I
just
mean,
with how poorly he's been playing. So it takes
No.
one game with the Suns where he says that. And I do believe him, no doubt, but it's because he watched that game with the Suns and Draymond was playing out of his mind in that game. He was awesome.
no, but I think also deep down in his soul, he believes that because Dave, who was it, Dave Pash, whoever was with him was saying, or Ryan Rucco, whoever it was saying, you have to believe that if Draymond's not suspended, the Warriors win that finals. And he goes, yeah, I remind Draymond of that all the time to piss him off. But Richard Jefferson, he is very good. He doesn't misspeak. He's very good on TV. But goddamn, does he annoy me with him on ESPN with his broadcasts, and he's the Brooklyn Nets analyst. He is also just really like, if a guy sucks, like he'll just say that guy sucks. You're just like, goddamn, Richard, chill out a little bit.
Yeah, well, I do think he's funny. I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm trying to knock who he is, but I do think he actually has a really good sense of humor.
Did you
and is
see
good at talking trash?
Did you see the the Nuggets analyst in the pregame show? Fantastic. Sam, what's his name? Hold on. I want to get it right. But they asked him if a guy was playing, and he was like, let me just turn around and ask him. Hey, you playing tonight?
Yeah.
Nope, he's not playing. Rather
It was
just ask him. Just wait
It was Jermichael Green who he was
Yeah.
asking. When he was
I want-
shooting jumpers.
Scott Hastings?
Hastings.
Hastings, yeah.
That's
That's how you do it. Reporting these days, just ask the source directly.
Oh, it was great. Jermichael.
Speaking of reporting, we got a report today. The Mets, they're gonna have a very good team this year. Would you say they're gonna be better than the Braves?
No,
You don't
I
think
wouldn't
so?
say that.
Okay,
No,
we'll talk about that more next week when we give our MLB picks. But the Mets have a really good team on paper, but they're going to be without Jacob deGrom for the foreseeable future to start the year. Steven, you know about this way better than I do. How bad is that? How bad is that? Can't talk. How bad is that for the Mets out the gate for them?
Well, I mean, that's the reason why they kind of fell off last year. It got to the point where Steve Cohen, the owner, the new owner, was just talking crap about the team online.
Yeah, I remember that.
It might have been a little unnecessary for him to do that, but feels like he's suffered from this sort of stuff a lot of his career. And when you look at it, let me see how many games that he's played in. I mean, at least the last 2 years from 2020 on, he only had 12 starts in 2020. He only had 15 last year. And I guess prior to that, 22, 30, 24, 31, 32, 32. So he's had a good amount of starts, but that was at the time when the Mets lineup wasn't that good. Dude, I mean,
and they also got Scherzer and Bassett now.
He's one of, if not the best pitcher in baseball. So yeah. Losing that guy, you lose your ace. That's going to have some struggles. And 4 weeks into it, who knows? And I mean, going from last year, it's all unforced. All of these are, due to just his arm giving out. And I don't know if has to do with age. He's heading into his age 34 season this year. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that DeGrom could be, I'm not saying he's done for his career, but he's turning into one of those pitchers now, which was just injury prone.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Clayton Kershaw, and I think that both pitchers will come back fine. So I think it may be a few months, but I think Jacob deGrom will come back at some point this season for the Mets.
I hope so. He's one of those guys that I go to the MLB account and go and watch him whenever he's starting. Really sad about it.
Are you using my account, by the way, for that?
No, I am not, Derek. I find my own way to do it. I'm not like you who just mooches off of,
Wow,
ESPN accounts like mine.
Wow. In the words of Owen Wilson, wow.
Yeah, even though I do. Yeah, I know. I use my friend's account for the MLB. The other one.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah. I HBO.
Well, fine then, Stephen.
All that.
if your friend doesn't come through this season and you need old Greg's sign in, it's just me and Jacob Violante watching out of market baseball games now.
Oh man! All right, I'll hit you up.
Okay. So that leads into another conversation I want to have, and I saw this when you tweeted it out the other day. The Mets, they're going to do something unique this season. They're going to have facial recognition, something out of the fucking Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
And you don't need tickets to go into the game. They'll scan a copy of your face, and they'll
Here's
give
your
you
face.
access to the ballpark. Your thoughts, Steven?
It's a future, man. It's a scary.
In a good way
future.
or a bad way?
In a terrible way?
Exactly.
In a terrible way, man.
This is
There's nothing-
Skynet.
How are you supposed to the days of keeping tickets is gone.
Oh no,
Like-
you can't. No, not anymore.
You don't get a printable ticket. You don't get like a stub. It felt so special when you had that going to a baseball game. And now
Yep.
it's all done. And I'm not complaining it's all done through your phone. It's much easier. You don't run the risk of losing it unless you lose your phone entirely. But man, facial recognition, it's terrifying.
I
don't
know.
like
Like,
that.
how do they? So, do you have to like send a picture of your face at the, like before a game?
I'm sure you do. I'm sure that's exactly what you got to do.
Who's the owner of the Mets?
Steve Cohen.
Steve Cohen. What does his company do? Do you know what he does? What kind of businessman he is?
I forgot. It was something really popular. Let me look it up. Hang on. Steve Cohen.
I wouldn't be surprised if this motherfucker's trying to get everybody cloned. He's got like our DNA, and he's trying to like start a whole society of us, like in the movie Us, where it's just copies of us.
Okay, so he's a hedge fund guy. Hedge fund. When you bring him founding and leading SAC Capital Advisors and .72 Asset Management, insider trading, record fine $1.8 billion. So he has been guilty of insider trading. And
Oh,
then you got what is it? A hedge fund manager. That's what he is.
Okay.
There you go.
You know what this is going to lead to, right?
What?
So, you know what? I'll say it. This is going to
Oh
lead
boy.
to. So the only way you get into games is your face. So this is going to lead to people scalping tickets by doing some face-off shit, Nicolas Cage style, and scalping faces. People are going to start ripping people's faces off to get in the Mets games. Just like ripping their face up and over there, just be like, I got it. I got the face. I'm in.
You
So
really?
fucking Casper Troy shit, where people are going to be ripping
Well, you think
people's
it's gonna
faces
be like
off.
you think it's gonna be like Mission Impossible, where they walk in with this
Yes.
separate face and looking like the person, and then when they go in,
Absolutely.
all of a sudden you get the theme song rolling in the background as you're walking into the stadium and you're taking off the mask. Oh my god!
Absolutely. Like, who's the biggest Mets fan, celebrity-wise? Jerry Seinfeld. There's going to be people that are looking for Jerry Seinfeld's face, and like, I took his face off. And now, like, you know, Jerry Seinfeld's going to be walking around without a face, like, oh, they took my face. How they go to the Mets games? The beginning of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Wait,
She could sing like a fucking angel. Oh,
dude, that new Nick
Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh my god! Can't wait for that. I'm
Did I
going
tell you
to-
about the fact that he has no idea why people want to see that movie?
Really?
So he was doing an interview where they were like, "So Nick, you're doing this crazy movie where you play yourself. So what do you think about it?" I'm not going to see it. Okay, my agent told me to do it. I don't get the joke. I don't act like that. But I refuse to watch the movie. I'm not going to watch it at all.
Are you just doing a ripoff of Andy Samberg's Nick Cage impression? Because you sound like
gonna-
Andy Samberg doing
I'm
a
going to
Nick
steal
Cage.
the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
I love those sketches. Oh yeah, this is crazy, man. I'm going to have sex with the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Facial recognition, probably the future. Not looking forward to it.
Me neither. Just give me nice printable tickets.
Mhm.
See, Steven, you're an old man like me in some ways.
Yeah, in a way, but I like that whole thing. You know, I always thought, like, I've been to a couple of houses before where, you know, the dad's a baseball fan and they have like a framed photo of
Yeah.
all the ticket stubs, like a collage of
Oh,
ticket stubs
dude.
from the cool games they've been to.
My dad saves those and puts those in glass. I got Super Bowl tickets that are
Oh.
coasters.
Oh, wow, cool guy.
Yeah, look at me. The NFL Network, they give this out to us because you don't print out tickets anymore, but they give this as like a gift.
Do you share
See?
those coasters with people? Like, do you actually use them? Because those are coasters that are meant for 2 glasses at least.
I know. I usually I use them as paperweights pretty much because I am incredibly messy and unorganized. So basically, on my desk right now is a bunch of papers and tax stuff, which I probably need to get to, and I just use them to hold the papers down.
April 15th, dog.
I know I got 14 days. I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it.
Mhm.
Steven,
Mhm.
do you have any interest in this UNC Duke game tomorrow?
Of course.
It's
course
a
I
big
do.
old rivalry.
But I am paying attention more to Kansas Villanova because Derek, you know how we were talking about March Madness brackets and how we make a bracket, but maybe don't look at it just because there's no point.
How
Well,
you did one for Tommy Call?
Yeah, well, I looked at it, and it turns out that I'm in second place right now. And
Look at
the winner
you.
takes all. In the first place, the guy who's in first, it's between me and this other dude. I don't know who it is, and he's got Kansas winning the whole thing. I got Villanova. So if Villanova wins, then your boy's going to be coming home with $550 on Saturday. So I need Kansas to get this, man. I've never wanted someone to win in college basketball more. I know you got the allure with Duke, UNC. They haven't faced each other in a Final Four.
I find it hard to believe, but it's true.
I found that very hard to believe when I heard it. Coach K, his last game, all these different things. Duke having a very likable team. And not a lot of guys you can hate on that squad. They don't really have like a Grayson Allen where it's easy to hate them.
Just say it, Steven. There's no
white dudes.
Yeah, there's no bitchy white dudes in Duke's lineup anymore.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait to watch that. But my eyes are going to be on Kansas and Villanova.
Hey, man, I'm rooting for you because that means the drinks are on you next week.
Yes.
But yeah, UNC Duke. I am very interested in this. Also, my roommate went to UNC, so we'll be rooting for UNC. Even though Duke's got a nice little story going on here with Coach K. But it'll be fun. It's always fun when rivalries go to playoff formats or playoff games, I should say. Like Giants and Dodgers playing against each other in the playoffs last year. Yeah, this is big. But it's so big. Did you hear the story, Steven, about Eric Church, the country singer?
Yeah, I did.
So this guy may be my jackass of the week, but also I kind of understand it too. This guy's from Carolina, big North Carolina fan. But he has a concert tomorrow, and he canceled it so he could watch this game, go to the game, and he's refunding the people that are attending the concert's money. But they're people that fly all the way to go see this concert. And, people that take off work and people that make, arrangements and everything. So it is kind of a big fuck you to the people that want to go to the concert. And I also understand Eric Church being a huge, UNC fan that he wants to go to the game. But, can't you postpone the thing? Like, can't you do it on Sunday instead? Like, he's just flat out canceling the thing and he's not going to do the concert again.
That's what you get for liking Eric Church and spending money on going to see him. Like, that's what they get. They deserve that.
I've never listened to a single song by Eric Church.
I think he wore Converse on stage once, and I'm like, all right, get this dude off. Like, I don't want to listen to anything that he has to say. But
Converse do it for you? You're like, dude, fuck that guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on, man. You go from these guys like Johnny Cash and, Jerry Jeff Walker from Austin and these old school country, Merle Haggard, all these dudes. And now you got Converse wearing, plaid shirt wearing. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think Eric Church is okay. He's not that bad. But no, you know what, though? Like, it is messed up. But he should have, like, Duke UNC on the projector in the background. Forget the visuals. Just have Duke UNC playing in the background as the concert's going on. So you're giving a free game for the fans who I'm sure there's maybe like a husband and a wife who are going, oh, it's going to be fun. We get away from the kids, go on a date night. We're going to Eric Church concert. Then, maybe both of them could be wanting to watch this game with Duke UNC. And they're like, oh, no, we got to go to the Eric Church concert instead. Like, oh, man, I wish it wasn't that time. You know what? He could have had the best of both worlds. You could have got an Eric Church concert while Duke UNC is going on in the background. That's the easy fix right there. I should have been his tour manager.
You should have been. It would be the craziest thing I've seen in the background of a concert. I saw Mos Def, who goes by Yasin Bey now. He had the movie Black Dynamite playing the entire time when he was doing a concert.
See, you could do it.
Yeah.
There's really no issue with it.
It'd be
Like,
a little
I don't know
distracting if
why.
a live game was going on while you're doing a concert, though.
It's like he's like,
And
he's-
I'm taking my truck. What's the score?
yeah. How much time is left? All right, here we go.
How much time is left in the game? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, we're losing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
Speaking
but
I'm
I
sorry, go
don't
ahead.
know, man. Couldn't you have like TVs or something, maybe in front of him, and he's like looking down? He could sing and watch a Duke UNC game at the
Or
same
just
time.
postpone the concert. Can't you do it on Sunday instead? Probably because
Well,
the venue
postpone-
and everything.
Well, yeah, you got it. You can't just postpone a concert just because a Duke UNC game is happening. There's a lot
Well,
of
you can't
planning.
cancel it either. These hardworking people paid money to go see your concert, asshole.
I know, right?
I also kind of get it. I mean, like if you're that big of a fan, I mean, it's a huge deal. Like we don't understand it because we don't watch college basketball a lot, and we
Right.
even live in the South. But this is as big as it gets. This is Duke with Coach K's potentially his last game against his hated
Yeah.
rival that beat him on his turf, the last home game for him. This is huge, and I guess I've been ignorant, but like some people have told me this is the biggest rivalry in all of sports. If you had to say when you think of the biggest rivalries in sports, I wouldn't say it's UNC and Duke. I've been told otherwise, and I'm sure it is in college basketball. But like when you think of rivalries, what's the one thing that comes to your mind?
Well, the number one is Red Sox Yankees. That one's always
Yes.
number one for me.
Do you think that's
I'm-
bigger than? And I'm being unbiased. You think that's bigger than Giants Dodgers?
Yeah, it's hard to be unbiased though, or like Dodgers Giants just has a certain feel to it, but Red Sox Yankees is like, I don't know.
Let
I
me be
don't know,
real.
man.
East Coast people are more unruly than West Coast
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
I-
man. So like, I don't know. Giants Dodgers is huge. Red Sox Yankees is huge. Duke UNC is the first one you think of when it comes to college, though. Like, no doubt, Duke
Oh,
UNC
yeah.
is the number one when you think of college sports. I mean, I'm sure there's others with college. I mean, like, what you got? Michigan and
Michigan.
Ohio State. Like, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
As far as football, but yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Like Duke, I mean, especially how close they are together. Like that's got to be huge. And this game could
Yeah.
be huge tomorrow.
Yeah, and I don't know with hockey, but I'd say in the respective sport, like Duke UNC is the pinnacle of
Yeah.
of rivalry. So
I
and
would
there's a history
say-
there.
I would say in college, the college basketball, that's obviously the big one. In baseball, I would go Yankees, Red Sox. Football, I would go. What's the biggest rivalry in all of football? College football, Michigan, Ohio State. But professional football, it's hard to say now.
Jags head coaches versus the Jags.
Just Urban Meyer kicking his own players.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I always thought Raiders Chiefs games were brutal, but I wouldn't say it's the biggest rivalry in all of
Raiders
the NFL.
Chiefs. 49ers Cowboys does have something to it.
49ers
I think.
Cowboys is big, but like as far as like divisional opponents,
Packers
maybe.
Bears.
Packers Bears, it's the longest one. Washington and Dallas, maybe Philly and Dallas, just because
You know what games
like
are
I
always
said,
fun?
East
You know
Coast
what
people
games
are
always fun?
unruly.
Yeah, Philly Dallas is a good one. You know what games are always fun to watch? I like watching Steelers Ravens. They have a fun little rivalry between them two.
They did back in the day when both defenses were at the top of their game with James Harrison and Ray Lewis, but yeah, they're always brutal and
Those games are
everything.
always fun to watch. I like watching Steelers Ravens whenever they're playing.
yeah. I would say I've just seen firsthand with baseball. I've been to a number of Giants Dodgers games, and while things are said and people do get in fights, I went to Old Yankee Stadium to watch a Red Sox game against the Yankees. Oh boy, the things people would say to each other, and like just like casual like fan stuff, or like just like someone's like in the way of somebody. I just remember this Yankee fan going up to this Red Sox guy, just being like, "You're in my fucking way, all right? Like you are such an eyesore. You're in the middle of my line of sight. I'm trying to watch this game, and you are just ruining it for me. Ruin it for me and my child. Look at my child. He came all the way here to Yankee Stadium to watch the Red Sox and Yankees. You're gonna ruin it for him like this?" It was just like unbelievable, like how everyone talks like that.
You do have the like I was kind of surprised by this. It's Duke UNC's first time playing. It was
Yeah.
kind of like last year with the Giants and the Dodgers playing in their first playoff series.
Yeah.
The Red Sox and Yankees have had that. One of the most historic playoff
Bloody
series
sock.
in one of the most historic in the history of baseball, where they they come back from a 3-0 deficit and go on to win their first World Series. So I think that builds onto it too. I mean, hey, A's fans versus ownership, that's a good one.
Ouch, Steven. Ouch. But yes, you are correct.
Big
Well,
facts.
We'll have fun tomorrow watching that, UNC and Duke. And shout out to Eric Church, who I'm sure will have a camera shown on him while the game's going on. Maybe even doing the halftime show. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Speaking of country music, I was listening to some this weekend. I'm not a big country guy, but I highly, highly recommend listening to Wheeler Walker Jr.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Wheeler Walker Jr. He's a country musician. Look him up on Spotify. His music is fantastic. That's all I'm going to say.
So he's funny. This is kind of like a joke.
Look him up, Steven. Look him up.
So it's
Say
a joke.
Say his song titles. You'll get the idea.
Yeah, okay, so it's a joke. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know you too well. You're not gonna like any just random country music. You're gonna. There's something funny about this individual, Wheeler. I'm looking him up right now. Wheeler Walker Jr.
He makes good music. That's all I'm going to say.
His #1 song on Spotify is "Fuck You, Bitch."
His
Jesus
best song.
Christ.
His best song is the title "Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass." It's this guy who has
This dude, you can't really see with the rig like "Fuck You, Bitch." All-time greatest hits.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
no
got-
wonder you like him.
He's a parody of country musicians. It is genius. Absolutely genius.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Highly recommend it.
Wheeler Walker.
Wheeler Walker Jr. But a real musical act put out a new album today, and I'm a big fan of them. Wearing the shirt. Red Hot
Hell
Chili
yeah.
Peppers came out with a new album today. What's the name of the album? I forget. Have you listened to it yet, Steven?
I haven't. I have.
The-
It was very unfortunate because I wanted to on my way home once I knew like it came out, but then I saw my phone was at 1% and I didn't have a charger in my phone, so I didn't want to waste that battery and then just
No.
be done with it after hearing like the first Black Summer, which I know they've already come out with as a single. So
Yes.
still got to listen to it.
The new album is called Unlimited Love. 17 songs.
Yep.
It's very good. I love hearing John Frusciante back on guitar with them. They go back a little bit to their punk days. They go back. It's probably the funkiest album they've done in quite some time. I think it's really good. I gotta listen to it more. The thing with the Chili Peppers albums is I always like the new ones is I listen to them and they're great, but I forget about them because they just don't stand out like they used to. But yeah, I thought the new album was pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
man.
good.
Ever since John Frusciante's been gone, that album they came out with "I'm With You."
Yeah.
I actually kind of liked it.
I did too.
It starts out with the what was it, "Monarchy of Roses," and that was the opening track. What was the other one I really liked on that?
Was that the
on
one
that
with the
album?
single was Rain Dance Maggie?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, now we got to
No.
make it rain somehow.
No, I think that wasn't that Stadium Arcadium?
No, that was Danny California.
Hang on, I'm looking it up right here.
All right. I'm pretty sure. I know my Chili Peppers. Rain Dance
Rain
Maggie.
Oh my God, hang on, I'm having a tough time here. Rain Dance. Good Lord, I'm having a tough time typing. Rain Dance.
The Adventures of Rain Dance Maggie, I think the name of the album is, or the name of the song.
Yeah, no, you're right. How about that?
Damn right I am.
Yeah. No, man, but like John Frusciante, this is the tweet. But no, man,
Waiting for this.
he is the Klay Thompson of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Explain yourself.
Now, Klay Thompson didn't exactly do heroin on Saturday Night Live, and become addicted to heroin and eventually have to take time off. I'm not saying that about Klay Thompson, but
No,
man,
let's make that perfectly clear. Klay Thompson did none of those things.
yes, he did not. No, he did not. Go watch the Under the Bridge though on Saturday Night Live if you haven't from the 90s. It's like this dude is just totally out of his
Yeah.
mind, John Frusciante. But he is also a genius, a musical genius. Everything with the chords, everything. Like Can't Stop is such an iconic song. And when you really just think about the fact that he created that guitar riff, that
Mhm.
opening, it's like unbelievable. And there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. And he made the Chili Peppers better. But when the new guy came in, I forgot his name is Josh. I think it's Josh Richardson or something like that. Josh Holloway, I can't remember.
Slovak? Or wasn't
Josh,
it? Wasn't it?
what?
Slovak was one of the original guys that was in the band that died.
Josh
and then-
Klinghoffer.
Klinghoffer, that's it.
Yeah,
He wore a Richard Seymour jersey, and I was like, oh, this guy's okay now, but he wasn't.
and he was okay. Like he was fine, but he was
Yeah, he was
no
fine.
John Frusciante. And
No,
John
few are.
Frusciante gives the Red Hot Chili Peppers this sort of edge. Like, Anthony Kiedis, I'd say, is like Steph. You can't have the Red Hot Chili's without Anthony Kiedis. But you could also say the same thing about Flea, but Flea is like Draymond Green, but you can't be without Dray.
Ooh, I like that.
Flea, though. You can't be without Flea. But the thing
Who's,
is,
Chad Smith then on the Warriors?
that's the thing. It's like that'd have to be a very special player. I guess Kevon Looney.
Okay.
There you
Or-
go.
Or, Will Ferrell was a part of the Warriors this season, so we could just say Will Ferrell.
But like, the four. I mean, it's hard to find like a
He
sports
looks
team
just
where
like
you've
him.
had. It's hard to find a sports team where it's like all four guys have been mainstays there. But I just couldn't help but think like, man, John Frusciante's back, Klay Thompson back, like having that
Yeah.
same excitement. Like they've propelled themselves from being a good band to a great band with
Oh,
John Frusciante coming back. So I cannot wait to have him back here. Kind of like with Klay Thompson, he propelled the Warriors from being, a decent and good team to a great team.
Yes. Yes. I have missed for a long time John Frusciante's hot, tasty licks on guitar. So
Oh,
it's a good album. I would say it's probably their best since I'm With You.
I mean, there's
I don't
only
think
been two.
Okay.
I mean, there's
then-
only been
yeah.
two since then. It's not that much. I
Yeah,
mean,
what would the Dark Necessities one with the bear on the cover wasn't amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. The Getaway. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
wasn't-
what it. What was before I'm With You? Was that Stadium Arcadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's
so,
your favorite is Blood,
Blood
Sugar,
Sugar,
Sex, Magic.
of course.
You're all about that one, right?
well, that's when they were, they were at their freakiest with Sir Psycho Sexy and Sir Psycho Sexy, that is me. Sometimes I find the need to scream.
Wasn't that where they had the give it away, give it away, give it away now?
Give it away.
That is a
My
tongue roll.
Yeah, they're my two favorite albums. I mean, it's probably everybody's. Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, and Californication are the best in my opinion. Mother's Milk is really good.
Californication's legendary.
Californication slap on every album. Not a Will Smith slap, but a good song. The worst one is probably with Dave Navarro, the One Hot Minute one. Even though Aeroplane is a great song, was not feeling it when John Frusciante left, and Dave Navarro was the guitarist.
Yeah. By the way, is one of my favorites too. I think that just
By the way, is very good.
top to bottom. Like I can listen to that album front to back all day, every day. Like universally speaking, the Zephyr song,
Can't stop.
Don't Forget Me, Can't Stop, Dosed.
Is it
I Can
weird?
Die for You. Throw away your television, cabron, cabron. Then you end it with Minor Thing. I mean, I love that one.
Is it weird that I don't dig Zephyr song that much?
Yes.
It's
Yes,
not
it
one of my
is.
favorite songs. It's just kind of a weird fly away on my Zephyr. Yeah.
I feel it more than ever.
That song
Ready
and
in this perfect weather, we'll find a place together. Bum 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 bum. You'll hear that in the background. John Frusciante, by the way, speaking of that, John Frusciante, one of the great backup singers.
yes.
In like with Can't Stop.
Oh
one
yeah.
of my- everyone's like exactly.
Yep.
All right, hang on. Let's do a 1, 2, 3. Let's harmonize here. Ready? One, so it's like.
As best as we can. As best as we
Yeah,
can.
yeah. No, no, no. You know what? I'll try and sing the chorus here, and you can do it. All right, right?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Can't stop addicted to the shindig. This life is born
Oh,
That was pretty good.
that was not bad. We should be in a band together. Even though I don't think. Do you play
Definitely
the instruments?
should.
Do you play the
I
instruments?
play the drums.
You do?
Sort of. No, I don't say I actually play the drums. I played the drums, and when I say I played the drums, I played for like in percussion and band for like 3 years, and then I tried playing on a drum set and gave up after like 2 years. I was never really consistent with it.
So you were Spazzy McGee from School of Rock.
Yeah, no, I really looked up to what was his name, Freddie Jones.
Freddie
Like, all
Jones.
Yeah, it's like
Freddie
what do you
Jones,
like to do?
shut up.
Exactly. What do you like to do? I don't know.
Bird
Some
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're actually playing a show tonight, but that shit sold out fast here. So, but they're playing
Yeah.
at Levi's and SoFi this summer. So
They are playing at Levi's. I want to try and get some. I want to try and maybe scalp some tickets or rip somebody's face off. So if they're doing face recognition,
no need to rip anybody's face off or throw acid in somebody's face, Steven. I'll have Greg hook it up.
can you not bring that up, please?
I'm gonna bring it up. I almost tweeted at you when you tweeted out a picture of Rob Manfred the
in the
other day.
lightning strike. Yeah.
I was looking up gifs of people like throwing acid on people's faces. I was like, this is a little much. Actually, I don't think I should tweet this. Real quick here. Congrats to Bay Area legend Mark Ibanez. He retired last night. I've known Mark because his son is good friends with my sister. So shout out Mark Ibanez. Been doing it since 1979.
Yeah, man, he's one of those guys that's kind of been like my family growing up. We're a KTVU family, so everybody on Fox, like Dennis Richmond and Frank Somerville and the one before Julie Hayner. Like it was always Frank Somerville and then Julie Hayner, but then there was someone before that too that we always tuned into. And then it was Mark Ibanez doing the sports. Always remember Mark Ibanez. Like he's one of those guys you grew up with, absolute legend. What was he? 43 years, I think was how many years he's been doing it. It's like
since 1979.
One of my favorite things about the 49ers going to the Super Bowl was watching that KTVU broadcast. My mom recorded it because she knew I'd love it. But they showed Mark Ibanez in Miami the last time the 49ers were playing in Miami for the Super Bowl. And he had the curls and the mustache. We should try and get him on this podcast. That'd be great.
Yeah. Mark would be down. Mark would be down. I'll definitely hit him up. Another guy that I got to know just producing radio shows and booking guests, John McClane, not yippee-ki-yay motherfucker John McClane from Die Hard, but John McClane, the old Houston sports writer. If you know him, he's got a distinct voice. He's got old great stories of covering Ken Stabler with the Houston Oilers. He's a hoot. He retired too, so shout out to John McClane.
What is it? 47 years?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah. I when I filled in on the morning, we managed to do an interview with him. This was when the Hall of Fame finalists were announced, and got the opportunity to ask him about Andre Johnson and then also DeMeco Ryans from the Niners, talking about his time with the Texans and just being able to talk to him, man. And yeah, like you said, that voice, that accent. God,
he had a thick Southern drawl.
That he did, man. But it was also very like it was thick, but it was also very welcoming.
Welcoming. Yeah, he was whimsical. He was. If you ever hear him talk, he sounds like a Southern Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
Into the real John McClane. Been hearing some bad things about Bruce Willis's health lately. So get well soon, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, man, he's suffering from. Oh man, I want to make sure we get this right.
Yeah,
this thing is awful.
Yeah, he's not understanding things very well anymore.
Yeah, aphasia is what it's called. Yeah, and it was pretty interesting, and I want to know from you, like Jesse was talking about this. She says she wants to do like a Bruce Willis movie day. So like if you had to pick, like I'll just say 3. If you had to pick 3 Bruce Willis movies that you chose to watch in a Bruce Willis movie day, which would they be?
Die Hard, the first one, and it is a
Yeah.
Christmas movie. Bruce Willis. Okay. Die Hard.
Mhm.
Look Who's Talking, where he's the voice of the baby. It's very underrated. Bruce Willis knows how to be funny. And the third one, oh man. Okay, I would say Sixth Sense because he's really good acting wise in that movie. But an honorable mention. Have you ever heard of the movie Death Becomes Her?
No.
Okay. It's this movie in the 90s where I think it's Goldie Hawn and I can't tell you the other actors. Oh, Meryl Streep.
Uh-huh.
And they're both aging, but they try to find ways to stay young. And it's one of like the first movies to use really good special effects. Bruce Willis plays one of the husbands,
Mhm.
and it is the best I've seen Bruce Willis be funny.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd be into that. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it right now.
I think it's on HBO Max still, and I may be wrong, but it's a fun movie. I watched it like about a year ago. Never saw it before. It's fun.
Yeah. I'd go Die Hard, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, no doubt. Fifth Element is one of my all-time classics, and that's because I grew up with the DVD. So Fifth Element has a special place. I'm always watching that one. Then number 3, it would be a toss-up. I wouldn't call Pulp Fiction a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah. But
You know?
but he's in it though. He definitely saves Marcellus Wiley.
Plays a
Or Wallace.
crucial role. Marcellus Wiley.
Not not the guy you see on Fox.
And then number 3 would be Cop Out, the buddy cop movie with him and Tracy Morgan.
Oh,
It
the Kevin
stunk,
Smith
but it
movie?
was- no, what?
Kevin Smith directed that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that one, man. I thought it was funny.
Cop Out was okay. Cop Out was okay.
Or I'd watch Fifth Element. I'm all about, or
yeah.
not Fifth Element. I mean Armageddon. Excuse me. I'm all
Oh,
about
Armageddon. I love Armageddon where at the beginning of the movie he's shooting on a fucking
Oil rig.
on an oil rig. He's shooting
Yeah.
at Ben Affleck because he slept with his daughter.
Yeah. Liv Tyler. Shout out Steven Tyler. My
Yeah.
favorite thing though. Have you ever heard the clip from the DVD commentary?
No.
Oh, it's so good. So Ben Affleck they're doing the DVD commentary. Then Ben Affleck's talking and he goes, and Michael Bay directed it.
Yeah.
So he goes, I was talking to Michael and I said, "Hey, Michael, how come you could train oil drillers to become astronauts? Why didn't you just train astronauts to become oil drillers and so they could drill the hole?" And he said, "Ben, shut the fuck up."
Don't you dare poke a hole in Michael Bay's logic.
How good is that line though? Why could you train oil drillers to become astronauts and not astronauts to become oil drillers? And then Michael Bay clearly in his
Yeah.
head's like, yeah, that might have been pretty stupid. But I like Armageddon. It's the Michael Clark Duncan and Owen Wilson and all those guys.
Steve Buscemi,
Billy Bob Thornton,
Billy
the guy
Bob
from
Thornton.
Under Wraps, the weird friend from Under Wraps, the Disney Channel original movie.
oh, I don't even remember that. No,
You don't remember Under Wraps with the
I
mummy?
do remember Under Wraps. I don't remember the kid being in Armageddon.
No, not the kid. There's a friend that they have who like owns this Halloween store. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you, sir, when it comes to Disney Channel movies. Although I did watch. You remember Can of Worms?
Yes.
I watched that like during the pandemic, and that we went through a lot of Disney Plus stuff.
Oh,
The
yeah, a lot of
Disney
those
Channel
movies
movies,
don't-
Johnny Tsunami.
A lot of those movies don't hold up. We watched
No.
Luck of the Irish.
Luck of the
we watched Luck
Irish.
of the Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and my God, that I forgot how bad that movie is.
Yeah. Brink still holds up.
Brink is fantastic. Brink
Oh,
is
yeah.
Brink is perfect. Brink is awesome. There's no doubt.
Well, Steven, I think we're at the brink of this episode.
There you go.
There you go. Well, I guess that means the ending. I don't know.
We're
We'll
on
be
the
back-
brink of ending this episode.
Yes.
Like, you could-
That's
you
a
can
better
word
way to
that
say it. See,
There you go.
that's why you keep me around to harmonize with.
Yes.
We'll be back on Wednesday, and we're going to do a nice little baseball preview to get ready for the season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be fun, and we'll give our little World Series predictions and see if they come to fruition.
And I'm not going to pick the Minnesota Twins this year. Book that.
You don't think Carlos Correa is going to carry them to a World Series championship?
I don't think anybody's going to care. I'm just not picking the Twins. I don't know who to pick in the American League, but it's not going to be the Twins. I'll tell you that much. Oh boy.
I got an idea, but I'm going to save it till next week, and then I'll be in the
Please
Bay
do.
Area, and we'll see if we have time for a show. But it'll be just nice to see everybody back in the Bay Area. All right, Steven. Thanks everybody watching. Thanks everybody listening. Say what you always say, my friend.
And that's just our opinion, man. How are you now?